Hey guys, hope everybody's having a good Christmas. Just thought I'd do an update on the bridge or viaduct, whatever it's called. As you can see, I've got an extra pier in place, and I've made a cutout here for another one. I'm just going to do a shorter one. I'm just going to use this much. As you can see by my accurate measurements, it works. I've got to fill in here with some extra styrofoam first. One of the issues I had was I was not completely trustful of this. As it turns out, if you average 0.093 and 0.084, you come up with 0.085. I had to get a new caliper to figure that out. And I haven't done any of those yet. These are all the solid pieces that go in between. It's only the ones on top of the legs that get that removed. As you can see, I made a template. And it actually fits better than that. I'm just flopping it down there just now, just to make sure that 0.85 or 885 would work. And it looks pretty close. The other thing I've done just now is the cattle track is gone. Luckily for me, a 19-inch radius Atlas makes code 80 sectional track. So I've put that in place because that's going to be far easier to take in and out repeatedly than the cattle or even flex track. And that means getting, I'm going to move you for a second, move down here. Here we go, hopefully you can see it. Cattle makes a transitional piece that runs that long, and that's actually right where, we'll zoom in, I think, there we go. You can see it there. It's really meant to have cork underneath in order to fit properly for their transition. They say it's for flex track transition, but clearly it works with just regular sectional track. Back out. There we go. So, as for the kit itself, a couple of things to note. I'm going to have to move this back again to get this in shot. There's a lot of pour plugs on the crossbeam section. This way. All these little nubs have to be removed. I don't have to take them all off because I'm only using that much so far, and on the last one I'm going to use half, so I'm going to have to take off about half of them. I'm doing it on the sprue and then removing it from the sprue because it's not completely spindly, but it's rather thin. So you just get more support while you work on it, clip and sand. The other thing to mention is the instructions are pretty specific about where to place the cross supports. And there's a reason for that. I'll show you, I'm going to find one. This one's done right. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Reason for that, if you put the supports in the wrong place, these diagonal cross beams don't sit flush. You can see, hopefully you can see here. No, you won't be able to see. If this one's in the wrong spot, so hopefully you'll catch that this cross beam would hit it and sit too proud. If this was over here, where it should be, tiny bit over, it would go between the things. This particular one doesn't matter so much because I've got one good side, so this will be the rail side. This will be the bottom. Doesn't matter too much. But really, you're supposed to have everything, including this. Well, I'll show you on this one again. Hopefully it'll pick it up. The cross beams sit a little bit proud which would be a problem if you've got the track running across the top of this. And even these bits, you're supposed to sand flush, and I will be sanding these completely flat, just so the track's got a proper place to sit. So I'm going to do up a couple more of these straight bits, and then I've got to figure out how to get exactly 0.085 of an inch off each end consistently, and I'll carry on with that. So that's where I am just now. I'm using, like I said, I've got two 200-foot kits. We'll take a quick peek. I'll show you on this. One of sort of the issues I'm having, or challenges, is shown better on this drawing here. If you keep in mind, I've got this section knocked off the bottom of each of these. Even still, it's an extremely steep angle. It's either meant for almost a near cliff, or to have another bridge or girder or something leading into these ones. Anyway, what you actually have here is 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By joining 2 kits, one of these end pieces is surplus. So out of the 10 girders, I'm only going to be using 9. So it's going to be a 360-foot bridge in scale feet, and about 26 inches in real life from there all the way across to the cliff over there. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some 1/4-inch wooden dowel, cut it up into about 1-inch pieces, and because I've got to move everything several times when I've got scenery going on, so I can't glue everything down and make it all complete, or it's going to be a real pain working behind it to get the scenery in there done. So make my life a little bit easier. That's part of the reason I've gone with the Atlas track. It can come in and out several times. Hopefully I'll be able to get the bridge in place so I can move it out from time to time. Same with these. These are going to need a little bit of adjustment as far as the height goes. This is close. Far closer. This is 1/2 inch now, by the way. Styrofoam, not the 1 inch I had before. I was in Home Depot for something else and just picked up a sheet because it looks a little bit more proportional while I'm working on it. But what I'm going to do is, once I have a rough idea, or actually a pretty good idea of where each one of these legs will come to a complete rest, I'm going to drill a 1/4-inch hole, put in a 1/4-inch bit of wood dowel, which I'll paint gray to look like concrete footings, which is perfectly reasonable for them anyway. But in the meantime, that'll allow me to move them all up and down and adjust each corner individually before I put glue in. Then once I've glued them, I'll do the scenery, because they're going to sit probably taller than they should. I'll have to bring the scenery up to them a little bit. And that'll be towards the end of this whole little mini project. Anyway, hope you're all having a good day, staying safe in the holidays, avoiding the virus, and having as much fun as you can while doing that. So, take care.